Hi, I've been busy and ill. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Who knows? I think it's just a normal match. Maybe I could just fast forward this, right? Right. Yeah. No. Maybe. I haven't played in like 5 days, so I'm gonna be pretty rusty. Here or here. Tizo, enthusiastic about the prospect of taking this route, or Volfred notes a powerful talisman is rumored to be buried on this path. How powerful are we talking? I think I got all the talismans I need, to be honest. The forbidding Khan of Howard lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of the Shak's 6 shoulders, bone titan slain by scribe Howard the Swallow. None dared approach the withered fiend whose plague had spread half across the valley. Book of Rites shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply did not want to pass through to flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries to essence should be on their way there. Now, soon. Soon. Comfort. Confront! Yeah! Words. I did it. Let's go rummaging with Tizo. The little imp Tizo's keen sense of things now takes you far into the dusty wastes of Shunt. Keeping up with him proves difficult at times. Ah. All of a sudden, he begins to hop and screech. Skrikiki wants to help him dig up something right under his feet. Begin to dig in the vicinity and soon uncover something long since buried, perhaps for someone such as you to find. Bright Wisp. Rank 15 Talisman. If banishes weren't possessing the orb, Baron has a chance to automatically pass it. Probably not going to use it. Good to sell though. Thanks, Tizo. How you feeling, Tizo? Tizo seems to be in the midst of conversation with the lone minstrel as you approach the two of them. The little imp appears perturbed, I don't know that word, about something. And above all, he was very, very loyal. Fiercely so. In fact, all throughout the land knew better than to underestimate him, in spite of his little stature. In that respect, Tizo, and in many others I might add, your great-grandfather was very much like you. Tizo seems to be asking the lone minstrel to confirm he's not playing some sort of prank. I am being serious. Have you known me to be the jesting sort? Seems to be admitting the lone minstrel has always been sincere with him. Just so, then please do not denigrate yourself, for you are not only his heir, but you are my remaining link to him, and thus to Order 8. So, this Tizo is the offspring of the legendary other Tizo, I guess. And more importantly, you are my friend. Tizo is grateful to the lone minstrel for his kind words and considers him a friend as well. Nightwings need you now, more so than ever. Then the lone minstrel turns to you. Is that not so, reader? Tizo is invaluable to the group? Oh, wow! Nightwing is an institution greater than any given member of the group. He does not own the most important. It's not only important to the group, but seems to need a boost of confidence. Yeah. Wow, it's like, no, Tizo! Yes, shit! You concur with the lone minstrel's assessment of Tizo as the most remarkable and irreplaceable member of the group. He is an extraordinary imp indeed. At this, Tizo rushes up to you and gives you an imp hug. What does that look like? I want it. Give me all the imp hugs. Tizo is grateful to you for your kindness and support of him. Bounds off happily as the lone minstrel looks on. And there he goes. Thank you indeed, reader. Tizo sometimes loses sight of all the things that make him special. Quality uncharacteristic of his kind, but not so much uncommon among yours. Once there was a time when he was the sole imp able to conduct the rites. Since then, however, other triumphants have found imps with the capacity for it. They make for useful allies, though, more than willing to conduct the rites whilst having no desire to leave the place, although little Tizo does have dreams of visiting the Commonwealth. In any case, I am certain he shall continue to serve the Nightwings faithfully. The lone minstrel bows his head on his way out, bidding you a good rest of the afternoon. One home for the next rite. Nothing here, right? No trials. See you then. That's all you're good for. Heal, heal, heal. Continue your journey. Count of Haub. Oh, right. Guess we'll do the rites right now. Deep in the stark badlands of Joema Valley, you find a messenger imp looking to bring you the latest news and rumors from the other side. This time, oh, I forgot to send Sir Gilman. This time around, the imp brings the tidings of Sir Gilman and what happened to him since his liberation at the Fall of Talium, when, at last, his self-imposed exile came to an end. You learn that his return to the Commonwealth was met with much rejoicing, and that before long he was promoted to the rank of Field Captain of the Blood Border. And yet, with tears welling in his eye, he did refuse to post, stating he no longer had the heart to fight against the Highwing remnants as he once did. He then cast down his helmet, and when next anyone saw him, he was among Volfred's agents, having joined the revolution to reshape the Commonwealth from within. Thank you, Gilman. You thank the messenger imp for the report and salute it crisply, as sure Gilman would have. Soon the news has everyone in the wagon talking. Grahaha. He was inspired by the news of Gilman's selfless actions. Hey, I can tell you one thing. Sure is quieter without having him around, right everyone? Noble Gilman made a gallant choice, it seems. Our plan comes closer to fruition through his good example and support. Wanted to see the minion's own, laying down his arms by his own choice. I'm honestly surprised, even having known him. Do you think that one day I could be as brave as him? Because I don't always think I can. The tears he shed ought have been bottled and dust set aside for use in various salves. Wow. That's all you had to say, Bertrude? The news of Gilman's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. +1 hope for the next rite. Wishing good fortune. Oh, hey guys, you know, it seems awfully quiet now. I gotta say about the slippery little character that what used to hang around with you, mate. Talks like this a lot, know what I mean? Hope he found that honor thing he was always going on about. We just don't got that stuck just now. I don't know what I just said. I want this one. Do you want my mushrooms? You want mushroom? You want this? Okay. Okay, so 19. I need a 1. I need a +1. I don't have a +1. Ass! I need a 4. Jesus Christ, I'm bad at... You know what? Have your 5-1. Fuck it. And you have your +3 even though it only goes up by 1. I don't care anymore. What? It turns into a +2. How thoughtful of you, devs. Wow. Wait, I can't combine them though. Thank you, devs. So I don't waste anything. That's awesome. Wow. Thank you, devs. That was very kind of you. You definitely didn't have to do that. Come see us again, guys. Maybe I didn't read it somewhere. Maybe it was like plainly written and I never knew. Panther finds you as everyone is preparing for the coming rite against the Essence. Despite this meaning yet another confrontation with her blood sister, she seems very calm. I know what you're thinking, reader darling, so let me assuage any misgivings you might have. It'll be strictly business between me and Tamitha this time. Believe me, I know there's nothing I can do for her. I am nothing to her, but I still can be used to all of you. Ah, glad you're seeing the light. I got Tamitha in here as I was tired of our kind throwing ourselves against the Commonwealth lances. Maybe this plan of ours might finally ensure an end to all of that. 57. That's pretty good. She flies off to join the others just as night begins to fall and usher in the stars. I just want to win. Just feel like winning.
The stars align,
Oh,
you exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the cairn of Haub. The triumvirate you stand against shall be the Essence. Whose ever pyre yet burns ere the break of dawn shall surge forward on the path to glory. Now prepare yourselves.
Once more, does this commonwealth filth darken an already exportious night? I don't know that word. Pyre remains steady alongside your fellow exiles and shows no response in being to the presence of her blood sister once again. Pyre looks right at her the entire time she speaks, but never once acknowledges her directly. But there's no more need for any talk between our kind. We are forever at cross purposes. No further proof is needed in these circumstances under which we meet. Pyre does not acknowledge her. You sense only that she is focused on the right, set to commence at any moment now. Ashen Call, plus 25.
Choose now your
Rookie, have a rest.
traitors.
Although I do need your talisman. Deep. Alright, we're gonna go with Volfred with quickness. Yeah, Volfred with quickness.
Volfred.
Pyre for story reasons. Yeah? Even though she has no enlighten. Fuck it. And I guess Tizo? He's already level 4 though. Level up Bertrude a little bit. Let's go with Bay actually.
Decided yet?
Shut up! Jesus Christ. So what talisman can I give you?
Bay.
Boy.
Very well.
Okay, I think I am ready. Come forth, you Commonwealth scum. Sisters, show them no quarter. Alright. Start with Volfred.
Now begin.
Are you just gonna run into it? Okay. Oh crap. Where's Bay? There he is. Huh.
The first dousing. Tamatha has plunged into the fire. A show of strength from the Nightwing's opponents. One triumvirate stands unopposed. 'Twas a crushing blow against their pyre. Do you believe you can prevail in this? Oh, you poor Nightwings. The orb quenches the flame. This is the road to ruin. What happened there? The orbs unclaimed again. From burning flame to ash.
Perhaps all of this is a far-fetched plan of yours to lull us into a false sense of confidence. You know what? Shut up.
An opportunity. She soared right in. Sorry, Volfred. Glory to the scribes. The essence banished to the last. Pamitha has doused the flame. If I were that one, I'd be rather angry. The flames withstood what often put them out. Banished, one and all. And it is done.
That was close.
Nightwings prevail. May their next adversaries
Fricking
fare a
Volfrid's
little
saving
better.
passive, like, saved me.
The rite is done.
Defeated, are we? Then I hope that you shall see a Commonwealth again with your own eyes, so that you can watch it burn. Wow.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Level up. I feel so overwhelmed. I think because the scribes, I think they speak to me and lift me up whenever I begin to think that I'm going to fall. Sprints and jumps without using stamina. Sure, I will take that. Okay.
Until the stars align.
After you secured victory over the Essence, and despite almost having lost, there's little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons and the next rite reveals itself to be a vital one. It's already time, reader. Come see for yourself. The coldness of the season now presents to us another chance. He heads out straight away and you follow in turn. Indeed, among the reigning stars you see one with which you are familiar now burns ever brightly. The path to freedom is laid bare once for you. Pursue it. Already? Okay. Fricking, let's go. Oh god. Oh man. This is gonna be good. By which I mean, this might go really badly. Already are the Nightwings summoned back to Mount Aladil. Picture the rites as a wheel broken free from a black wagon. It is turning uncontrollably and soon will reach a sudden stop. We should have several chances left for someone to go free, either us or else our adversaries, but not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now. I must admit, knowing we have so few opportunities remaining. Those whom we send back into the Commonwealth, should our plan somehow fail, they may look upon their exile with fondness. 60%. Nice. So a return to the Commonwealth is not inherently a mercy, I don't think. Moreover, there are also those among us whom we can count on to prevail in the rites. We need them on the Nightwings just as much as we need them in the Commonwealth. We cannot simply grow our numbers here given the circumstances. And so, who stays, who goes? These choices affect us all. No pressure there, my boy. Now, I don't know about you, but I shall go and take my leave for now. Let's set forth again at daybreak. Alfred, what up, dude? Hello, my boy. Tizo and I were just reminiscing on old times. It's happy to have Alfred back among the Nightwings again. Yeah, Tizo. Thank you, Tizo. I'm happy to be back among the Nightwings as well. Though, you understand why we are forced apart so long, don't you? Indicates that he understands full well. I trust that Tarek provided some good company and song during the intervening time. Greek confirms he did not only enjoy travelling alongside the lone minstrel for some time. And there he is, right on cue. Something I can do for you, Volfrid, sir. Volfrid laughs warmly at this. No, Tarek, we are well enough for now. Tizo and I, we were just remembering the time when we first met, the three of us. Tizo was rather apprehensive then, as I recall. He was merely being circumspect. I'm sure Tizo has the sharpest instincts of us all. But the bite he gave to you, sir, It left a permanent impression, did it not? Where? Where's the bite? It did indeed. I consider it a mark of friendship. May it stay with me for all my days. It's a good reminder that despite the challenges we faced together in the past, my time among the Nightwings has been extraordinary. Likewise, can I say the same, sir? Sheila shares the sentiment as well. Volfred turns to you. I should apologize, my boy. Here we are talking of a history you do not share. Believe me when I say we're skipping over many of the bad parts. What I mean is, it isn't my intention to exclude you as we wax nostalgic. The Nightwings that you know, we are a strange assortment, are we not? Those of us who share some kinship from the past, I suppose we cannot help but seek some warmth in it, but it should not be to the exclusion of the friendship that we forge right now. So please, why don't you join us for a bit? Together, you, Volfred, Teaser, and the Lone Minstrel talk a while about the times gone by. The three of them are pleased to be back in one another's company again, having grown close through shared experience in the past. Just the same, they have welcomed you into the group. In spite of hardships you have faced, some of these idle moments that you share together may one day form memories you think back on with fondness. Soon the conversation winds down, though it lifted all your spirits for a while. Cool. I'm going to take some fruit. Give me my fruit. Give me my mushrooms. I think that's all I can pick. Okay, enough of that. Let's go. You make landing upon Mount Aladeo, where Volfred pulls you aside while the others complete the post-flight inspection. He puffs at his pipe before speaking up. Reader, as you know, I now wear the raiments once again. That means that I, myself, may soon be worthy to regain my freedom in the eyes of the 8 scribes. No, however, that is not my wish to go just yet. It is true I could be of some benefit to our plan back in the Commonwealth, but I feel my place is here for the time being. Perhaps once Nightwings are on a surer footing in their path, my time shall come. Those are my feelings on the matter, and I want you to know I shall of course defer to you. Our path is not to contradict the reader's will. Anyway, I trust that all of us, yourself included, shall find our freedom. If not soon, then by when all of this is over. I'm getting lots of conflicting opinions on who can go back and who can't. Join Bay on the pilgrimage. Having completed the post-flight inspection, you and Bay visit the monument of Gold Goliath here in Emperor's Fall. Pathways to the outskirts of Mount Aladeo's nameless to lower summits. Those who fail to traverse Emperor's ascent often end up dashed upon these rocks. Is this all part of your plan, O scribes? I know I need not ask, just as I know the path you have laid out takes many, many turns. Please, help us navigate the path. My friends and I, we wish to find our way together, with your blessings. Soon she has finished paying her respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Gold Goliath has shown you favour. You soon ascend the mountain, though there's time now to pursue your vocations. +2 hope for the next rite. Bay, what up? Bay seems to be speaking to herself again. She is unaware of your presence, or shows no sign of it at least. Mercy, freedom, they are intertwined. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. She is reciting passages from the Book of Rites, though to your knowledge she cannot read. Free into the worthy, the downside cannot let us all go. Thus, free into the worthy. Is that not so, O Saint Teresa? Is that not the conclusion which you have formed with your 7 most trusted friends? She pauses for a while, as though listening, and nods her head from time to time. Yes, I see. Well, I am ever grateful to you, Saint Teresa, for your guidance and your presence. And I wish all your friends safe passage there among the stars. It must be so beautiful out there. With your wings, you can fly freely, can't you, Saint? You can visit me at any time. Come and go as you please, from the stars, all the way here. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. I know, and yet sometimes I wish I was like you, or like Miss Pamifa. I know, and the way I am because I'm meant to be this way, and I know that you are always watching me. So thank you, St. Jeestatifus, thank you and your friends. She wanders out into the afternoon, leaving you there to consider her words. In the Commonwealth, her unwavering faith in 8 scribes would have been seen as a delusion. Such prayer and communion is forbidden. The scribes were mythical figures, but even they worshipped the stars, and it was the stars that lighted the way for the founders of the Commonwealth, or so its leaders taught. I know I'm really slurring and mispronouncing a lot of stuff, but I'm ill, so blah! Blah! Study in private. Despite your growing knowledge of the Book of Rites, you yet struggle to grasp certain aspects of its teachings. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Texture of the pages of books, the foreign bindings. Despite the volume's age, it shows you so little sign of wear. At times, the power emanates from it almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether on a book or they cannot tell. Tenacity! Found your calling. You sense Ruki will gain favour of the scribes. Permitha. Oh, Ruki. Let's go, Ruki. En route to the mountaintop, you pass by a monument to Luce Galarian, and Ruki happens to take notice. Okay, look, you know old Ruki Greentail doesn't like to beg, but now I'm hearing we ain't got a lot of chances left of getting out of here. Well, then you gotta let me out of here. Come on, who deserves it more than me, huh? Mum's out there waiting for old Ruki to come home. Oh, Ruki. Soon he has finished paying his respects. If you prepared to continue your ascent, you sense that Luce Galarian has shown him favour, plus 2 presents for the next rite. I'll take it. You and your fellow exiles gather at the foot of Scribe's Gate, before an archway carved of stone, where stands the Gate Guardian. Greetings to you, Celeste. I see the exiles and Nightwings have returned, even as the cycle of rites begins drawing to a close. The Nightwings accept this as the will of the Scribes. The Gate Guardian laughs at this, softly for some reason. And you, Tariq, do you accept their will as well? But the lone minstrel does not answer her. It is no matter. Now, Nightwings, each of you come forth and state what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, the Nightwings declare themselves. You all pass through as before. When Rolford takes his turn, Celeste stops him. You, I see you wear the raiments once again. Explain. The cycle of the rites is ending. While I do not know exactly why, I have my fears. One of my contemporaries, whatever that means, he who fell from the sun long ago, he lives and seeks his liberty again. He stands against us now, and believes his triumvirate to be the true Nightwings. I remember well the contemporary whom you mean. Then the Nightwings stand divided. Yes, and so I wear the raiments once again, in case that it may help to right this wrong. For I am Volfred Sandalwood, and I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She considers Volfred's words for a moment. I see, then move along. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you all, and then she beckons you onward. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Celeste? What is it, Tariq? The will of the scribes. Long have we both followed it. I think you would agree in equal measure has it drawn us close as separated us. But if their aim now is to keep us apart for another age or longer, then no, I do not accept their will. You blasphemy. Blaspheme. Tariq, and at the gate no less. I don't know what whatever. But the lone minstrel simply puts his hat back on. Then may the scribes themselves admonish me. Until tomorrow night, Celeste. Having reached the peak of Mount Aladil again, you see the vastness of the downside all around you. It leaves you deep in thought regarding which of your companions ought to go free this night, as Sir Gilman did the last time. Wilfred, what up? Wilfred looks up as he approaches and smiles. I never thought that I would say such things, my boy, but it is good to wear the raiments and the rights once more. The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the Nightwings of today, we are a very different beast than the Triumvirate which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a Triumvirate of exactly 3. Well, 4 with Tizo, who proved to be an exception, though, historically, the Nightwings never took on more exiles than needed. I have mentioned my predecessor, Brighton, and my former companions, Arisa and Oralek. Perhaps naively, I had hoped my time with them would not be relevant, directly to what we now attempt. But, seeing as our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there is more you wish to learn of them. You inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Volfred first joined the Nightwings. I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now, though for that matter, my boy, so do you. What? Is Brighton the announcer guy? He studies your reaction for a moment, then. Brighton was born wealthy, but not special, otherwise he would have no reason to have heard of him. He was exiled for negligent misconduct. I do not know exactly why, but do not care for spreading rumours. I first heard of him through Arisa and Oralek, who found me in a suitable replacement following his liberation. They spoke little of him. Oralek gave the impression they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself. Indeed, as I became accustomed to the book, which you know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice. It is. Wilfred looks at you as if to see if you yet take his meaning. You see, my boy, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth, and a new responsibility to the Triumvirate which liberated him. That voice you hear from time to time, whoever the stars align, it's his. Whensoever, was that a word? He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than Archjustice and Rodabel's Ninth himself, Grand Judge and figurehead under whose watch the Commonwealth is governed in this day. Those who violate the law of the Commonwealth face sentencing by an appointed Archjustice. Liberated exiles retain certain burdens to their own triumphants. They have much to thank for them. Not just their freedom, but their exalted status in the Commonwealth. The theocratic rulers of the Commonwealth, they do not wear masks and raiment simply for the sake of ceremony. They are not who they appear to be. Their public pasts are nothing but a fabrication, like Brighton. They once were exiles too. Brighton, that voice, he has no love for either one of us. By now, he knows full well what we attempt to do. Yet, he is bound by the traditions of the rites. He shall always stand on ceremony and complain, but I think he knows deep down that he is powerless. How ironic that one of such high status in the Commonwealth should be so frightened of some long-forgotten exiles such as we. Anyway, that's Brighton for you. He must have seen in you the potential to be one of his staunch supporters for a time. If that's a path you'd want to pursue, I should apologize. Now then, whom else should we talk about? She betrayed Oralek, caused the Nightwings to fall apart. Why would she do such a thing? You ask Arisa, who you understand betrayed Oralek at the moment of his liberation, but then perished in the Shimmer Pool. I'm afraid you know the brunt of it, my boy, but I suppose you ought to know something of Arisa's path, lest you be quick to judge her solely by her actions. Mind you, I'll never make excuses for the terrible choice she ultimately made, but her life, I understand, was very difficult. Arisa had been exiled for the foulest of acts. You could see it plainly branded on her face. Such was the heinousness of what she did in the eyes of the Commonwealth. She was an apprentice blacksmith in her youth, taking up the post left by her brother. He had fallen in battle on the blood border, despite wielding her father's own lance and armour. Her father never quite recovered from this. and had grown cruel and detached. It was Ariza who took the brunt of his fury. He expected the impossible of her. One day it was all too much for her. So when next he lashed out at her, she struck back. She struck back again and again and again. When they came for her, her father was gone, and she was not herself. She was promptly cast into the downside for the crime, where her hatred for the Commonwealth only grew. Ariza always was intense in her demeanour, haunted by her father's memory. More than that, her chief motive for wanting back her freedom was, in hindsight, not a healthy one. She longed to join our nation's enemies, to build for the High-Wing Regiments a great siege engine that could shatter the defences of the Commonwealth and forever end our feud. What she ultimately did to Oralek, it was an act of pure and thoughtless desperation. I do not think that it was simply evil, nor do I think that it was personal. I often wondered though, if in her final moments in the temple she understood what she had done, and the depths to which she had fallen. For years I must admit I hated her, but now my only hope is that she found peace, untenable, during her relatively short life in the downside and the Commonwealth. Furthermore, I hope the life of Ariza offers some perspective yet to those of us who have not made the same mistakes. Now then, was there something else? The demon whom you met, what was he like before? Were he and Volfred close? He asked about what Oralek was like when he and Volfred first became acquainted. Volfred remained silent for some time. I was very, very sick, you know. When I first landed at downside, the long trip down the river must have been a little much for me. It was Oralek who found me. He could not have known my capacity to read before he revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, mind you. A gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front. Back then, skirmishes erupted frequently, and those such as Oralek, they had to deal with many casualties on either side. In time, he said he grew repulsed by what he saw. This sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed, so he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the High-Wing Remnants. It must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front, but when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the downside. Here he gained a notice to the Nightwings, and before long he grew to be one of the finest rites conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose roles in the Triumvirate were later filled by Ariza and me. In time, Oralek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He longed for it, so that, with his exalted status, he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. However, on the evening of his liberation, well, you know the story from that point. Volfred breathes a heavy sigh. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think that he was gone, and now, I still cannot entirely believe that he is back. He is our adversary now, transformed, grown cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course, I shall not be swayed against our plan, not by Oralek or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. As for Oralek, he wants his freedom still, although I wonder if he still remembers why. Anyway, was there something else, my boy? Don't drop any more of Volfred's old memories for now. You bid Volfred a good afternoon and leave him with his memories. My pleasure, reader. Reflecting on the past from time to time helps demonstrate how far we've come, yet how much farther we have yet to go. Huh. Nice bit of exposition there. Hey guys, so like, I don't know what's going on up there with all them stars still acting real weird and stuff, but let me tell you something here. You ain't gonna find better little stuff on anybody. I mean, anybody in the downside. You can trust me when I tell you that. Okay, so go ahead, stock up. I will do that. Do I even need any more talent stardust? I don't think I do. Have my mushroom. So be seeing you guys. Let's go. Once more you have gained the fort of Salayim, where one among you may go free, but first you shall have to prevail against the dissidents in the liberation right. Reader, your companions are gathered there, under the fort. They shall be counting on you. Indeed, as the cycle of rights turns even faster, so too is our plan set in motion. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of a stir out there, and word has reached high places and the rites are ending. This is our chance, though let us not despair. Should victory elude us here, we shall make the most of whatever the scribes have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my boy. It's time. Ooh, let's do this. No, I just want to win.
Once more, the Nightwings gain the summit of the sacred Mount Aladiel to conduct the liberation rite. Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch. I trust the dissidents, your adversaries, shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumphants is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumphants is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the dissidents, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Barker bursts out from some hidden corner, laughing as he paws at his mask. Real pleasure to be here, mates, truly. Barker Ashpaws, call me Barker though, alright? By the by, it was a real piss of getting here, you know. Begging your pardon, Barker Ashpaws. You thusly speak upon the summit of the sacred mountain. Oh my, so terribly sorry to offend you there, lassie. We got stars above up there to make me watch my language. Though, let's get one thing straight, lassie. I don't give a bother for your sacred mountain, so you take it and you shove it. Me and my pack, we're just here for laughs, you got that? The other side ain't got any better than this. We ain't chasing your freedom. And just the same, we're gonna get it. Take it from those little babies there so answer for it. Hear that, you Nightwings? You better pick up a good fight here or I ain't gonna be happy, you understand? He shoves his mask back on. Right, come on then. Let's hurry up and get this damn thing started. Alright. Thanks, Barker. Nightwings, your decisions on whose behalf you shall conduct the liberation rite. Reader, I would ask you choose wisely, but I'm sure you know other way. And you, prepare your song, Tarek. Of course, Celeste.
Whom do you intend to liberate?
After all this time, Tizo, it's your time. Make good up there, man.
Tizo.
Tizo seems stunned by your decision, though is very grateful to you for it, all the same. Damn it, Tizo, I'm gonna miss you. For law reasons. Where the fuck is your... Here it is. Wait, quickness. No, wait, what? Who has it? You have it. Law reasons. Rookie, get in there.
Rookie.
No problem, chum. Him's as good as home free. Nice and confidence. Walfred.
Walfred.
One last time with Tizo. Let's prevail on this night for you, Tizo, and for the good of our ailing nation. Alright then, mates, no more waiting, no more holding back, and let's rip them to shreds. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Alright. Oh god, that was close. Oh my god, got both. Oh my god, Tizo! I forgot how good you were. By the time we got this blasted business underway, eh, Greentail? Ruki looks on in silence, but says nothing in response. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We got him before. We can do it again. We can do it again. It seems Ruki feels uncharacteristically confident in the outcome of this liberation rite. You never were no fun at all, Greentail. You know that, eh? You never were cut out to run with us. So if I end up getting out tonight, there you go, thinking you have my spot, you get me? My pack would sooner chew you up. Now, you just think on that as we go and wipe the floor with you. Oh, fuck. Jump, jump! Yes! Get into Ruki. Ruki, come on. For Tizo, man. For Tizo. What? Come on. No. Ah. Oh. Tizo. Gonna run you all over. Unlimited stamina. What in the? Alright, mate. Something's gone funny with the orb, I guess I can tell. But it laughed out while I still can, eh? Indeed, something strange seems to have happened to Celestial Orb. It shudders now as though possessed of some sort of chaotic power as your adversaries. What? Ruki, get out of the way. Okay, Ruki. Ruki, we got this. Jump, jump! No! Ah, Tizo, Tizo, Tizo. Get in there. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. No! Come on. Here. This is never gonna... Double kill! Go! Jump, jump! Yes!
There it is.
Perfect game.
The Nightwings proved their worth.
Oh, Tizo, I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
They did not.
I'm gonna miss you so much, Tizo.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
What a joke. I was thinking we're gonna make some cry after all this. Come on, mates. I've right had it with this stuck up place. So let's get out of here already, eh? Kree is stunned by what transpired, by what he thinks is about to happen. He looks around as the reality of what transpired sinks in. He realizes now this is goodbye, at least for the time. He struggles to express the gratitude he feels at having served the Nightwings these many years. He also does not know what to expect from the Commonwealth and whether he will be accepted. Nevertheless, he vows that he will keep doing his part to the benefit of Volfred's plan. I know you will, Tizo. That he splashed into Shrimple and is gone from view. You hear him chirping one last time. Tizo wishes for the best of each of you and asks that you will remember him. Tizo earned his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Tizo.
Godspeed, Tizo.
The 8
Do a flip.
scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
The rites demand we act as one mind, in perfect unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. I have grown more accustomed to being part of the Nightwings of today. Good. Shows his allies as well. Apparently gains 5 hope. I never use shield.
Until the turning of the stars. Farewell.
Stars continue fading. Your chance to liberate your fellow exiles grows scarcer but more frequent. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the distance and liberation rite. Not too shabby, people. Safe travels to you, Tizo. The rest of us await the day of our reunion on the other side. You succeeded in liberating Tizo, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We have but a few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many, I do not wish to speculate about as yet, until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances should I suggest this is ideal. However, it is opportunity enough that our plan may as yet succeed. 65%. Although, all of these setbacks, I fear. Volfred trails off and falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks. They are beginning to understand. With the rites soon ending, everything which Volfred has sought, both on his own for many years, and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turns to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Ruki's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You are searching for the right words. I think fellow exiles are looking up to you now. What am I saying to Ruki? You tell them that you have all stood together time after time throughout the quest. Now poised to seize glorious opportunity. And think only a hollow fool would turn back now. That's what I'd say to you, Ruki. You tell them that you are all stood together time after time throughout this quest, and think only a hollow fool would turn back now. Your path to freedom still yet laid bare. True freedom is ways me and her. I don't think you're gonna go back, babe, if I'm quite honest with you. It's clear now that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on everyone. Each of you knew this outcome was a possibility. Bay, it's clear now that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on everyone. Something to say to the lone minstrel. Stars are shining on for you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. You all now have a divine duty to uphold. There we go. Your names will be remembered. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining on for you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. Glory awaits if you persevere together. What to say to Volfred? You all stand poised to show. You all stand poised and show the world you leave behind for your loved ones. For your people, for each other. It's a world worth living in. World worthy of homecoming. World worth living in. I don't believe any of this. when you look at it that way. Which side of the world you end up is all up to you. When you look at it, when you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up on is all up to all of you. You need but see your journey to its end. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. We have to keep going until we are free. We shall reunite someday among the stars. Then you join the others in silence. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time, but then. You see them too, then, mister, the scribes among the stars, how they are watching over us. Doozy of a chance we've got here, isn't it, chump? Just like you're saying there, guess we gotta go for it. Thou wouldn't dare to change this ancient world, reading one, and yet thy words are tinged with certain truths. May long the stars remain alight for you, reader, sir. All the while, Volfred remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens and he smiles. You're right, of course, my boy. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as he said. We shall reunite someday among the stars. Lead us, then, reader, to the end of our quest, and the dawn of the new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings. Everyone responds in kind. They stand with you no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury, because now the last rites beckon. Oh God. Each of the Nightwings gains +1 permanently. We shall reunite someday. The stars above now burn with what appears to be desperate fury, many more of them than usual. Your path is yours to choose amid a myriad of stars. Look upon them all. Whoa. Well, I can fight everyone. The stars of the 8 scribes are shine together now as one. Lone Minstrel draws breath, as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign that rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. I wanted to fight the essence again because let's beat down the accusers. Maybe the fate will get a chance that way. The accusers. So we shall soon square against Lendl the Liar and the accusers. Him I know all too well. Perhaps he noticed that he didn't like us very much. Coleman ahead of the accuser and bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. He then tells you what he knows of his next adversary. Lendl the Liar, the first adversary confronted in the rights not long after you took your first steps on the path to freedom. Former constable of the Commonwealth, gained a reputation for a strict, brutal manner. By any means, he always caught the crook. Once he arrested a civilian who hated him on suspicion of theft on Commonwealth artifacts that had gone missing. Lendl discovered the artifacts himself in the civilian's home. The suspect soon was exiled. Still, he denied the charges, even if they cast him downriver. The case was investigated further, though too late. Suspicions turned to the Lendl. It turned out he planted the damning evidence himself, so he was exiled in turn. In the downside, he soon became acquainted with the rights, having heard of all this from several people in high places. He asserted himself as the de facto leader of the accusers. They bent to his aggressive nature and prevailed many times under his watch. Yet each time his chance at liberty arose, the Nightwings either defeated him or simply did not show. He wishes more than anything to outdo the Nightwings, perhaps even more so than to be free again. Let us give him another opportunity. For now, have a good night, my boy. You bid Volfred a good evening. At dawn, you shall take flight again.
Huh?
Hi, Bane. In spite of the late hour, you find Bane minding her own business in a wagon and talking to herself, or rather to wagon walls. But most of all, I think I'm going to miss his little chirping sounds. He woke me up with them sometimes. He kept me waking up. He sure was a good friend to both of us, right, little brother? Why, you knew him even better than I did. Much better, I should think. So, you must really miss him too. She spreads her arms against the wall. I understand, I do. Those drive imps up there, they seem very sad about all this. Or maybe some are happy, I don't know. More food for them to share. And they like food. Teaser sure like food. I wonder if he'll like the food at home. It's very different, right? And so, maybe he won't. But he eats almost anything. Oh, this must be exciting for him. And I know the scribes, they shall be watching over him. Still, I still think maybe they love him best of all. I cannot wait to hear what he thinks of it all. And I think for sure that he will help Mr. Sandalwood's big plan. That's the great thing about Caesar, little brother. No matter where he goes, he always helps. He always helps. She bounds off without acknowledging your presence in the least. You sense that she has found some peace despite now being separated from her little friend Tizo. You hope by now that he has found safe passage in the Commonwealth. Well, I guess that's the end of the episode. Sorry I'm ill, but happens. Hadn't recorded for a while either. Yeah, see you guys. Ding, ding, ding. Bye.